Wings is streaming, let's drop by. There ain't a mod in sight. He starts raging, everybody saves the clip, and now we're banned. Make a new account next day. Hey, hey.
Hey, everybody. Hope I'm doing well, man. I'm doing very well. Give me a second. I'm gonna shave my head and dye my beard this evening. No, it's gonna be same color I had it at the fight. I got some beard dye to try to get rid of all this. Waste of money? What, to dye my beard? Well, I think it looks more professional than the square camera, right? Like I usually have. How's the wife, man? And do you ever want kids? Me and Kelly can't have children for the most part, unless like a miracle happens. Like I have low T, which means I have low swimmers. And then Kelly has polycystic psychosis. No, it's not really. Is that what it? No, it's basically she has like things on her ovaries that makes it so that she doesn't ovulate right. How much money to shave all my stuff off? $500. Snipe Daddy. I mean, I pulled 340 viewers yesterday with this. I mean, like you gotta understand, like the video. We've only been live for 10 or 15 minutes. It takes time for people to get invested. Everybody's asking how much to do something. I mean, like, do you got real money or are you just making stuff up? What am I eating later? I have no clue. What do you want me to eat? Like, here's my thought process. I'm gonna stream Tomb Raider for 2 or 3 hours. Then I'm probably gonna get off and hang out with Kelly. Missing these jumps up left, right, and center. And then at like 6 o'clock, I eventually gotta shave my head and dye my beard at some point. And like 6 o'clock, we're gonna do the Lolcow podcast. How much for old cam? Like, why do you want the old camera? See, like, what I'm thinking is, like, people that want the old camera back are just people that want to, like, record for, like, Breaking Banquet and shit. Like, that's what they're actually asking for. I've got to the point where I doubt I'll ever blow up. Like, the only way, the path forward for my channel is to do, like, drama and, like, political clips and shit like that. But I'm at the point where, like, I don't want to do fucking political clips. There's no reason to react to the George Floyd footage. Like, it's terrible. And it's one of those things that, like, one thing I hate about, like, policing in America is, one, they expect you to identify yourself at all times, right? Which usually is the easiest way to do it. And like, generally, if a cop asks you for your ID, just give a fucking to him, right? Like, and this is the problem. And what I just said is the problem. You're not entitled to give it to them unless they suspected you of committing a crime, right? And unless they can articulate a crime that you're committing or willing to arrest you for, you don't have to ID. And like, there's so many places where like they'll come up to you and like somebody will be like, "Oh, you're acting suspicious. We got to ID you." Like, no, you don't. Like, it's not against the law to act suspicious. And like the whole idea, like reason cops want to ID you is because it's policy, but they're almost led to believe that it's the law, right? Like it's their policy to ID everybody they interact with because they got to fill out reports to state that they interacted with you. And the main reason they want to ID you is to prove they had a contact, because if they don't do so many contacts, they get fired, or it looks bad on their like they're actually just sitting in their car doing nothing, eating Zaxby's all day, right? So like you have a quota that you have to meet. How many times have you made contact with a citizen? And the way they do that is they scan your ID in. Like, one way you can fuck with a cop is to not hand them your ID, because you're not required to surrender your ID. You're only required to show it. But for them to get credit for the interaction, they got to scan the back of your ID, because there's like a barcode on the back of your license. I don't know about that. I know the detectives in Horry County Police suck ass. I've told this story before, but I'll tell it again. The first time I got swatted, they sent detectives to my house. And so we sit down at my kitchen table. We go to talking, and I explain to them what I do. I'm a Twitch streamer. I got these people that follow me, and they go, "What's Twitch?" And it blew my fucking mind. Like, how are these two people that are detectives, right? Detectives. People whose whole job is to figure out mysteries, puzzles, and solve crimes, didn't take the fucking time to Google what Twitch is, right? Because they got a report. They'd be like, all right, you guys got to go talk to this guy. He's a Twitch streamer. He got swatted. How do you get to this point in the conversation and not know what Twitch is? Let me give you some advice. If you're ever in trouble with the law, if a cop comes up to you, he ain't your friend, he ain't your buddy, he's not going to help you out, and he's not cutting you a deal. Stay silent. Am I being detained? If I'm being detained, please put me in the car. I would like to speak to a lawyer. If they bring you into an interrogation room, put your head down on the desk and say nothing. Ask for a lawyer. That is the best thing you can do. Period. Richie Dubs. I'm not buying Helldivers because I'm like behind this month. Like I've made like 58% of my total like baseline of this month. So like I can't really spend money this month other than what I've already spent. Like I've spent $120 on a desk or something like that. That was most likely Kelly sending me a message. Let me go get it.